And we're live. Hey, welcome to another episode of Squeezy Sports. And today I'm joined by Tulani B, Sihle N. Gents, how you guys doing?
I'm feeling on top of the world, man.
Hey,
I do want I do want to say like you guys are glowing, eh?
I know.
It's a very good time to be a United supporter, I must say.
Yo, that's crazy, man. It's crazy how shit has just changed in how many months, Tulani, bro? In months. It's not even
Man,
years.
not
In
man.
months. And for Sihle, on the other hand, now yourself, in
Eish,
months.
ungakhulumi ngami ndoda. Don't
his
bother.
his owner
Don't.
his owner is handing out death row contracts, man. 8 years.
Hey, hey,
Death row contracts. 8 years.
like,
Since when? We in the 90s. Is this Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight's dog?
Nah,
look
but
at
I
Since
think there's thinking in the madness.
when?
Because if you think about it, these players,
Yeah.
he's signing these young players at on 8-year contracts, and they're getting paid 100K a week. 100K a week. If you think about it, it's bad for the player. It's very
That's why
short
I'm
term for the
saying.
player.
That's what I'm saying. Snoop Dogg and Suge Knight settings, bruh. Like, it's bad
Deep
for the player. Yeah.
locking
But
in,
anyway,
locking players in.
yeah, but anyway, I wanted us to first start off with our game, Tulani B, man. Like I'll start off with you, Footy, since this being your first time, you breaking your virginity on the channel, like how do you feel, bro? Like I wanna start off with that. How do you feel like being a
Look,
United spectator right now?
that game. I must say, at the beginning of the season, I said I'm cautiously confident about this manager.
Yeah,
Um, he looks like he's the real deal, but it did get burnt in trusting managers before, or post Ferguson era. So this guy, I want to take it easy. I want to see what it's all about, and it seems like he's checking all the boxes, man. He's making big calls, Maguire calls, Cristiano Ronaldo calls, and everything seems to be playing just the way that he wants it to. And I'm thoroughly impressed with where he's taken us. I was going into this game hoping for anything better than 6-3. You know,
yeah, of
um,
course.
even if I lost this game, if I lost by 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, trying to do something, I'd take that and be like, okay, this is progress. A draw would have been a bonus. A win is just, I
Hey,
can't be happier. I can't be happier. I can't
I
be
know
happier.
indeed. I know indeed. And Sihle, I have a question for you, man. Do you think the first goal was a goal or was it meant to be chalked off as offside? Because I know I was in
no.
my mind, I was thinking
So
of you when that happened. I was like, I'm sure Sihle has something to say about this.
no. So first United goal,
Yeah, yeah.
offside.
Mm,
That I
okay.
think I wonder that one, like literally, if you are a true soccer fan, you understand the implications of Rashford interfering with play, in that he acts like he's going to get the ball and he stops. The defender follows him. What that does, that frees up Bruno, and then Bruno then can go right ahead and score the goal. The first goal, not that's offside. So
Yeah,
so X, just this is what happened. I was with
yeah,
Tulani this weekend when we watched the game, and then we get load shedded. City's 1-0 up, and then we decide to drive to the Spur, which is like literally up the road.
yeah,
Um, as it's When I say up the road, I'm talking about a 4-minute drive. So from the
yeah.
time that we left the house to us getting to Spur, you guys had scored 2 goals. So now we're watching the game and we're like, no, man, what the fudge? We're thinking maybe one of the kids is playing
Yeah,
FIFA. What's going on? Because we're not sure. And then there's a couple of guys that were sitting there and they're celebrating and top of the world. So when we only saw the goal when the first goal when the game ended and they were showing
yeah.
highlights. We both looked at each other. We're like, offside.
Yeah, even with me, like the thing is that when I was, of course, I ensured to watch even the post-match interviews because I knew that they were gonna discuss the goal
Mm,
and they were
Yeah.
mm,
gonna discuss the rule of the law. And apparently, now myself, Sihle, I'm with you. I also think that was offside. Personally, if City had scored a goal in that manner, I would have been very pissed. I would have never ever accepted that goal, you know. And a lot of United fans, some of them are out here celebrating, saying that nah, it's a goal. But to me personally, like, you know, especially in England, VAR, man, it's so inconsistent, you know. And on Twitter, there's a guy who I forgot his name. He was just explaining the offside rule call, saying that it's open to interpretation when the player doesn't touch the ball. But for me, Akanji would have intercepted that if Rashford wasn't there. Like
Thank
Bruno
you.
wasn't in the picture. Like Bruno's not the
Until
fastest guy. I'd understand if this was a Mudrik for like the guy you guys signed. That guy is quick, you know, and maybe they, you know, but Bruno's not that fast. And so for me, I was like confused. How? But hey, when you look at the balance of play, yes, City had the possession, but they only had one shot at goal. Only one. That's another thing that impressed me the most is that these guys only registered one clear chance, and that's the chance that they scored with. But other than that, they were just passing sideways, you know. And so for me, I think our manager adding Fred into the mix, you know, he was like on De Bruyne everywhere he went, man. Like he was just everywhere, Fred, and he was
yeah.
there to stop the creativity and prevent City from being dangerous in the final third. And as well, Haaland apparently had like 8 or 9 touches in the entire game. You
Yeah.
see, so that's
So
another man who, hey, okay,
was a danger before the game.
yeah,
Ebona Fred first half, he
yo,
stuck to his assignment. I think the cricket joke, and I said Fred is going to follow Kevin to the change room when it
yeah,
was half time. Because like literally he stuck on him.
yeah.
Yeah. He stuck on him like glue. Like
Yeah,
did his job. And I think that was the difference. City, ever since they came back superstars came back from the World Cup, they haven't been the same.
yeah,
I don't know what to call it, but they're just not the same.
yeah. Even Gundo said it. Yeah. Also, so sorry. You can go to landing.
No, I was really happy with that lineup, man. I
Yeah,
predicted a similar lineup. I did predict that Bruno would be pushed out right because in the first game, a lot of our play was getting broken up when he gets it. When he gets the ball,
yeah,
sometimes and there's too much players around him, he likes to try the Hollywood pass and he loses it. And there was hitting us too much against City in the first leg, which you know they're going to have a lot of the possession. So pushing him out right, and I thought he's going to play in the 10, you know, to kind of
yeah.
bother Rodrigo and cause a lot of chaos there up front, pressing them higher up on the field, you know. So I was real happy to see Fred in the team together with Casemiro and Eriksen. I
Yeah.
think Ten Hag got it spot on this time, absolutely spot on. And for
I
Luke
know.
Shaw to keep Haaland quiet, you have to give him a round of applause as well.
As you see, even Varane, bro. Like just like so many of our players had a very solid game. I mean, Wan Bissaka out of nowhere, Mans knows how to dribble now. All of a sudden, like you see,
Trevor
like
Bonito,
yeah,
all
like
of a sudden.
I owe a lot of my ops an apology. I owe Rashford an apology because remember, Sihle, and I used to say that these guys are my ops. I owe Rashford an apology. I owe Wan Bissaka an apology. I owe Luke Shaw an apology. I owe Bruno an apology.
Probably
You know,
Fred,
if
maybe
they're
also.
watching, yeah, like
You
like
owe
if they watch,
you owe Maguire an apology. I'm pretty sure he's watching. But like just on
yeah,
Maguire, and I have to ask, James.
yeah,
Ebona, your manager is making huge calls. He's getting the site to be a representation of what he wants a site to be. Luke Shaw starting with thing Overrun at the back. That
yeah.
for me was a huge call, especially against your main rival, so to say. What does that say about Maguire? Oh,
Martinez
where's
and
Maguire's?
well,
Even Martinez, man.
even Lindelof. It's a question, you know.
Yeah. It just you see, remember last episode we were talking about attitude, Sihle, and how Ten Hag is signing guys with It's not necessarily about the tangibles, but now it's also about the intangibles. You know, he's signing players who are also there mentally. You know, Casemiro is there mentally. Martinez is there mentally. He's got that thing about him. You know, that fight in him, and that's what our captain lacks. Maguire. Maguire doesn't have that fight in him. You know, whereas the new signings, even Malacia also had a very good game. He gave Mahrez quiet because I was scared that maybe Mahrez with a silky first touch he'll be an issue for Malacia, but Malacia came to the, you know, he came up and did well, you know. So I just think our manager just wants a certain type of player with a certain mentality as well. You know, you can't just only be a guy with ability. You have to bring more to the table, and that's part of the reasons why guys like Abo Lindelof, the passive gents, Maguire's a passive gent. He's eating bench, you know, right now, and that's and I mean, Sihle, I know guys are looking for centre backs. I mean, if you keen,
Get the fuck out of
welcome to give him a death row contract. I mean,
I'm good. I'm good. Because the other thing I've noticed with your manager, he doesn't rotate his squad that much. So I think the guys that are chowing bench are in trouble. Because when if it was Pep, you know, to Pep, he's got two solid 22-man squad where he can rotate them as much as he wants, and it's depth. With your manager, he doesn't really rotate them that much. So when about Dalo, I feel for him. Dalo going forward is decent. Dalo's Achilles is the defense. He can't. He struggles defense wise. So he's out of it. Who's the other player the other defender that you mentioned?
Lindelof.
Lindelof, yeah. Lindelof. Lindelof now, I think his career at Man United is done for. Maguire now, the writing is on the wall. He needs to bounce, whether we are Spurs or because Maguire, to be honest, Maguire is not a top 6 defender.
Not even, man. Not even. And
so I think the writing is on the wall. You can't have your captain chowing bench. Because he's only going to come in to get the trophy when everyone starts celebrating. Like Mino Ali was on the bench.
It's a team sport, bruh. At the end of the day, everyone benefits. You know, no Penny McCarthy, he's also going to get his medal. Should we win a trophy, you know? But I just wanted to ask Tulani, with regards to our team, do you think we in the title race? I've been asking a lot of United supporters this question.
Going into the season, I was hoping for top 4. That was a goal. You know, I was happy to accept falling out of top 4 if I can see some identity and some style developing in the squad. Then I'd be happy to finish in the Europa League spots again. If I can see this is a development that's going. I think Ten Hag has climbed into the role and he's been running at full speed, and long may it continue. He's more than outdone himself, you know. I'm not happy to say we're in a title race. I'm not happy to say we're in a title race. I think the squad is still vulnerable. I think we still rely a lot on Varane. We still rely on Casemiro. I think if you saw when there was a threat of Rashford being injured, how worrying that was, you know.
My heart
when
dropped.
at that stage, I don't see a result. You know, I just see City scoring more goals. You know, so the squad is very thin. As much as we do have players in a variety of roles, I don't think this squad can comfortably challenge for a title.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. I also second that with you. We just want Casemiro injury away from McFred, bruh. That just shows you everything, you know. That's why my feet are on the ground.
Even though McFred put the clean sheet with Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, and Shaw. What game was it? Was it the Charlton game?
But that's Charlton, though. But like,
I know.
I know it's a clean sheet, but guys, it's Charlton. Like we had to keep a clean sheet against those guys. But yeah, I do hear you, bro. Like I also echo your sentiments completely. I just think that we just on Twitter, some of these United spectators, man, they make us, us sensible United spectators seem as if we also part of the train. But like with me, I can my expectations. I even told Sihle in at the beginning of the season was fifth, and of course with progress, I just wanted to see a bit of progress, considering how terrible we were last season. We really did improve quite drastically this season, and for me right now, I'm just riding the wave. I just want to see where we're gonna finish. I'm not gonna banter no one. I'm not gonna come for Chelsea in any way.
Crap.
No,
Crap.
I come for your owner though. Like because you guys are.
But my owner is currently Chelsea. So when you say you come for my owner, how does that work?
Man, it's just like it's just some of these deals don't make sense. Like in football terms, you see, this was NBA. I'd understand, or NFL, or baseball. I'd understand, but like you don't give players like who's the guy who you signed before? Who did you sign before Mudryk, bruh? There's a player who signed like
defender. That's
Felix.
Hyman.
No,
what's his name?
Felix is alone. Yeah, there's someone who you guys signed and you gave him like a 7-year deal. Like, man.
Anyway, leave my Chelsea alone for now.
Players 7-year deals. Yeah, not even on FIFA, bro. You can do that.
Let me ask this question then. I think your next game is against Arsenal. That's going to be a huge one.
It's actually Palace on Wednesday.
You're playing Palace. When are you playing Arsenal?
On Sunday. Yeah. They're killing us, bro. You see, FA is just hating on us. They just added a game out of the blue. This game was added like a week ago. It was added a weekend ago, dog. Like, you see, someone there is just hating on United up there.
Don't get the theories out the woodwork. Okay, so the Sunday game against Arsenal. Arsenal right now is on a high. Let's be honest, and they are looking the real deal. And indeed. I think we passed December where we said they will do an Arsenal, because December is the one period that most teams fumble the bag, and so come Jan, then when the dust settles, the real contenders, the real title contenders come out. Against Arsenal, I think you guys are higher spirit-wise as compared to Arsenal. I don't know whether my trust is misplaced, but come Sunday, which one are you taking? Are you taking a draw? Or are you taking the win?
I was looking at these two games of Man City and Arsenal, thinking if I can get 3 or 4 points, I'd be over the moon, and I was budgeting to lose those points against the City game. So now that I've got all 3 at City, my mind is like, no, man, let me try and get all 6 right now. I think that's what I'm thinking. I think where the issue is going to be in the Palace game. I think if we focus too much on that Arsenal game, we might lose the rails at this Palace game, and then get shook by the time we get to Arsenal. I think we need to keep our feet on the ground, focus on this Palace game, and then look for 3 points against Arsenal, because now we're going for gold. We're going for gold.
Yeah,
especially coming from 3 points at Man City. We need to keep this run going. We're in an incredible run of form. We need to keep it going, I think.
Yeah, just to add on to what Thulani has said, I fully agree with you. I feel like Wednesday's game is the game for me that is more of a test than the Sunday game, because in the past we've seen United. We've seen this under Ole. Remember those times where we used to beat the top 6 teams 3-1, and everything was all dope, and then we play against Southampton and we get our asses handed. So I fully agree with you, Thulani. That's why it's one game at a time. It's like to me, we should treat each game like we're playing maybe a cup competition, like we're in the knockout stages and we're just trying to advance further, And so this one on Wednesday for me, especially with Casemiro being on, he's one yellow card away from being suspended. Is he
So
gonna start
you
Casemiro?
you're not gonna risk starting
You
him.
see, exactly, because Casemiro Vele, he makes a lot of professional fouls. He's very smart in how he fouls his opponents, and he tends to pick up an odd yellow. And so I fear if we lose Casemiro, hey man, it's gonna be a long game against Arsenal, man. It really is, because we don't have anyone else of that ilk. The gap between him and the next DM is so significant, So for me, yeah, Palace game, Sihle, and on Wednesday when I was shooting with Sam and Zweli, I said that if we could get 7 points in those 3 matches, of course, this is City, Arsenal, and Palace. That's what I was saying, on the show. That for me, I'd be satisfied with that, but it could be 9. It really could be 9. It's really possible.
You were hedging your bets. You were like
I had to
a draw. You were hedging your bets. A draw against City, and then
2
take the
wins.
2 W's. Yeah.
But the thing is that Sihle, when you've been abused for as long as we have been abused, it's not Tulani, where we've been disappointed season in, season out, you are very cautious. You don't jump the gun and say, yeah, we're gonna win the league, or get carried away in saying things like, I've seen on Twitter guys saying that we back. Like, come on, relax with those statements. Because we've been saying those things in the past, and we go on a 5-game losing run. We start catching L's left, right, and center. We now look like Liverpool right now. Ooh, it's right.
Before we talk about
Yeah,
Liverpool and Chelsea,
yeah.
Arsenal.
Mhm.
Should we get the pencil and just start putting their name on the trophy?
Go first to
Look,
learn.
I'm between minds because you know how the old going goes. It's at the end of the day, it's Arsenal.
Yeah.
So they're just destined to bottle it. But
Yeah.
I've seen Leicester do this. I've seen us looking at Leicester thinking, okay, maybe next week, maybe next week they're gonna drop it, and it just never happened. And they end up taking the title. So anything can happen between for Arsenal. Anything really can happen. I do prefer them to win it over City, personally, but now anything can happen for those guys. And if they were to bottle it, that's why my goal, my aim now, especially now that we are a point away from City, is just to be higher than City.
Yeah.
Whatever Arsenal does, it's up to you, bro. But
Yeah.
and then if I can give City a hard time, if I can
Yeah.
give City a hard time, looking at the position that we're in now, that's like my revised goal. Because initially I was hoping to be in the top 4.
I know, indeed. I fully agree with you as well, man. Like, it's just to make it as competitive and as tough as well for whoever's gonna win this title. They need to fight for it, bro. It can't be another 20-point gap that we've seen in previous years, where the gap between, okay, maybe Liverpool and City were together at the time, but the rest of us were like 15 points behind. That can't happen anymore. I just want to see us close that gap. I want the Man United fixture to be a fixture where our rivals go, ish, this could be a stop sign. After all, a stop sign is red and it's white. So, so those are our main colors.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate where we are right now.
Look, this manager has taken points. They're taking 3 points from Klopp, 3 points from Pep, 3
Yeah.
points from Arteta. Who else is up there? 3
Even
points from
Conte.
Conte.
Yeah.
He's been doing the business,
Yes.
And if he continues in this path, I mean, I was looking at this team a few days ago and thinking about Casemiro and Eriksen and everything, and I was always the biggest supporter for Pogba, and I always was in his corner, fighting the agenda against him and everything, But when I
Yeah.
look at this team, I don't want to see Pogba in there. You know, I don't want
Yeah.
somebody dancing in the changing room. I don't want somebody, because this team seems like it's about discipline, it's about accountability. You know, and it's not about any games right now. You know, it's not about games. These guys, they know what they're doing when they go into the field, which is something we've been lacking for years, especially in the early era. Because at that time, it felt like we were playing based on the quality of our players, playing in brief moments of quality. You know, but now it seems like these guys, they get onto the field. Everybody knows what their job is. Everybody knows how we try to score our goals, and it's beautiful, beautiful to watch. We've been lacking
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just to add to Tulani once again, even Bruno in his interview when he received his Man of the Match award, he even said that we are now a team. We're no longer individuals. We now play for each other and we now fight for each other. And he spoke on intangibles way more, you know, just to highlight what I've seen this season, you know. It's just the attitude, you know. And like for instance, Nami Pogba is also was my favorite United player. You know, for the longest time, I've always defended Paul because of how talented he is, and I know what he's capable of. But when you look at the attitude side of things, you know, I'm not sure if in this team, you know, ability wise, we know he has the ability, but from an attitude wise, like, is he gonna humble himself, you know, to do the extra running that Bruno has been doing, you know, over these games, you know? So yeah,
Guys,
man.
guys,
Yeah.
you guys are killing me. You keep on talking on your positional finish, which you want to finish above City, and you be comfortable with that. But like, no one is talking about Eddie Howe's team.
I'm not scared of Eddie Howe's team personally.
Think about those guys, man. Frustrated, we should have beat them.
Yeah,
We had them. We had them.
we had, dude.
We had
That's
them like this. We had them like this.
dude.
And I don't know how it ended up a draw. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing when Arsenal played them.
Yeah,
Arsenal at some point where they looked like they were firing on all cylinders, but they just pulled away, got a draw, and the draw suited Eddie Howe's team more than anything.
of course, of
And they're
course.
playing good football, man. You can't take that away from them.
Yeah, no, we can't.
But I think that the wheels are gonna come off now because what's his name? The Bruno is injured.
Oh yes, yeah, Gima. Right?
Yeah, Akimara, he's injured.
Yeah.
And he came out crying, so they're waiting for the scan to see how bad it is. But he does make them tick, and their bench is quite thin. So I think that might be the saving grace. Let's talk about Klopp, gents. Let's talk about
Yeah.
Klopp.
Let's
I'm
talk
hoping.
about Klopp, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping Shivar is watching because he says I always pick on his team. So I'm gonna be positive.
Yeah.
Liverpool is shit.
Yeah, I know Liverpool, man. Gakpo is regretting signing that, you know, because like the project at Liverpool, it's not. That's why players. I don't even feel sorry for players because I feel like you should know these things. It's like us. We like when you sign your contract, you know what you're getting yourself into, you know. And what's worse with these players, you know, it's just I'm not sure if they listen way too much to the agents, or some agents maybe see the money and they're like, yo, yeah, I might just get a lot. Let's sign for this club, you know. But for me,
No, but
that
I think
cool.
I think Klopp is very charismatic. So when he reaches out, he's achieved quite a lot. Let's not take that away from him. In the past 5 seasons, he's achieved quite a lot.
Yeah.
So and he seems like a genuine oak. So when a potential player speaks with him, we at advanced stages where he can just get the deal over the line. I think the reality of it now is that binding glue that we spoke of, which is called money. Beginning of the season, I remember having this conversation, and I said, "Give that man his 250, and everything will be merry. Life goes on." But no, they decided they're gonna go out and buy whoever, And look where they are right now.
Yeah, I look at them right now, like right now, get better in my opinion at Liverpool. I mean, Brighton were meant to destroy Liverpool. That's like I watched that game from start to end. Brighton, I don't know what won with that team, but ever since Homeboy left, your coach Sihle,
Yeah.
I just feel like they had a contingency plan. They kind of knew that this guy's gonna leave one
It's like they
day.
kicked into another gear. They were really doing well, but they just like no,
Dude.
Yeah,
And this
that's
is without
true.
without Trossard. Trossard is down tools,
Yeah.
and they're doing brilliantly.
Yo, bro, I don't know who's that Japanese guy's name, the new guy that they signed. He's way
what's his name? Yeah, getting that boy in my fantasy team, daughter.
bruh.
That boy
was seeing flames, bruh.
He's outshining. He's outshining Son. Son is the poster boy for Asian football.
Yeah,
But that boy is like there now.
Hey,
I'll
bruh,
tell you
he's
his name.
smooth. He's smooth. What I like about him is how his decision making, and as well, Brighton's midfield, McAllister and Caicedo, that combination, man. I think they can take on any team in the league. Even with me, when I was watching them, the understanding, the way they press, whenever they get the ball back, because Caicedo is the one who's the ball winner. He's the one who's normally box to box,
breaking things down.
And that's another guy who, hey, at the end of the season, I don't see him staying at that team. Even both of them actually, because
McAllister, no.
Yeah, and Caicedo, man, because even Liverpool wants Caicedo. Yeah, I did see through the articles, but of course it's going to be a summer move because right now I don't think Brighton are willing to let go of him. But credit to the club for having a contingency plan, because when we look at our club, Tulani, when Ferguson left, we had no contingency.
We had Moyes.
Why?
Wasn't Moyes the contingency plan?
Aye, man.
He was handed over.
Yeah, there was no proper handover. See, I mean, when you leave and proper handover, you show them that this is what's remaining, this is what still needs to be these are the queries that need to be attended to, and so on
the signings
before you bounce. Manje Fergie was like, guys, Mina, I'm retiring, I'm gone. So we had no contingency plan. Whereas with Brighton, since Potter has left, still, they still outplay the opponent from a ball position standpoint. They just don't have a clinical striker. Imagine if they had a clinical striker.
Mitoma, that's that boy's that Asian boy's name.
What's his name?
Mitoma.
Man, Mitoma's nice, man. He's nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm lining it up for my thing in the when the window opens. Thingy. But they've got McAllister and I want McAllister. I'm super tempted, but I know Brighton is gonna be like, 100 mil.
Yeah, it's gonna be expensive. Yeah, but Trossard is on his last year.
Last 6 months, isn't last 6 months?
Yeah, last 6 months. So whoever gets him is not gonna spend a lot. So Trossard, perfect timing for him to down his tools, is because
but I find it very unprofessional whatever is going on down there. I think really, also the manager is of Italian descent. My Italian managers, Banjadi and Dr. The reports that are coming out, because I've been watching on Sky, his agent issued a statement to the manager disrespected him in front of the club by making him train alone, and he put him.
Tenag does not play game.
Is that what's happening with Sancho? Is that what's happening with Sancho?
Yeah. Sancho's in the hyperbolic time chamber. I keep telling you guys, though. He's gonna come back. He'll be a Super Saiyan.
I highly doubt it.
I was born. I'm gonna unleash him against you guys when you come to Old Trafford, because the Old Trafford is now the slaughterhouse. It's now called Slaghuis. It's no longer called. It's Slaghuis, dog. And you guys
did you write down all these punchlines of yours?
No.
Like when you started with the stop sign, I thought, it's a once-off. Now Slaghuis, we are rhyming. Stop sign is Slaghuis because it's red.
Yeah, dog. But
Aye.
but this is what you know. Plus, when you at the butcher, that's what's happening at Old Trafford, bruh. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you know.
Wow. Wow. So I mean, I'm gonna talk about my team.
Yeah.
My team is the 3 points against Palace. Hey, we needed those 3 points.
Yo, how you guys did?
Yeah. Now we needed those 3 points. And then the minute that the man who Mike calls, he's got big game temperament. When he stepped out when the cross came in, I breathed a sigh of relief, like a proper sigh of relief, because I was like,
Yeah.
okay, sure, fine. All we have to do now is just like control the game, because the 3 points, we must not go from 3 points to 1 point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, I mean, I don't know what's going on with my team. Still the same question marks. But Konjo, who's that boy who started with the Silva at the back?
Oh yeah, the French guy. I forgot his name. Opa.
Chaloba. No.
No.
No,
Konjo,
it's a
what's it?
new
Starts with a
guy.
B.
He's from. Is it
Yeah.
Bash?
Yeah, I just forgot his name now.
Yeah, fish.
2 seconds. I'll tell you now.
Yeah, you tell us now, man.
Yeah, but yeah, that guy.
Padishile or
Yeah,
something. Oh, wrong
yeah,
news, man.
Padishile.
Yeah.
He had a proper game. Ukulupali, I don't know what the F is going on with him, but yeah, I think Usilva might have found a partner. But I think the one thing to be wary of is Champions League at Gala in a month's time. And then Champions League is going to test a lot of these squads' depth.
Yep.
And that
Yeah.
might be the difference. I know with the Arsenal is not in Champions League, but they are what are they doing? That Thursday night football.
Europe. Yeah,
It's Thursday night now. At some point, they need to decide which is more important: the league or a trophy. Thursday night, because going for both, if they go gang ho style on both, they're setting themselves up for failure.
And
I think the
they
same
never.
question with us as well, yeah?
Yeah, no, it is the same question with us. But with me, I'd like for us to try, you know, with all I want a trophy, at least a trophy. Like I don't care what it is. I just want us to have one. You know, to change the mentality of a lot of our players. I know with Casemiro and Varane, they'll just throw that shit in the bin because they got gang dope trophies. But the other guys, like, you know, I'm afraid of this world. You know, it would mean a lot to win something at England, you know, and that's what I want.
Konjo, I'm afraid nothing. Nabo Bruno, no trophies.
Bruno has never won a league title in his career. He's never won other than the Nations League, which for me I don't really take as a serious tournament. But other than that, he doesn't have a club silverware, and so it's important that we start off the regime with a trophy, because that's what Fergie did. Now, Fergie started with the Carabao Cup, and then the Carabao Cup turned into a Premier League. You know, because the mindset has changed, and so that's what I want. Yeah,
I was thinking the exact same thing, man.
Yeah,
I think I'm happy to even take this Carabao Cup. You know, it looks like it's right here in reach. And I think it will be a good reward for the players for the kind of effort that they've been putting in lately. You know, it's not a lot as in the Carabao Cup, but I think just to show the team what's possible. You know, I think you just go get this Carabao. The FA Cup still has a lot of more levels to go. You know, the Europa League. For me, I don't think we should invest too much in it. I think we should use it as an opportunity for the kids to play, because I think top 4 is guaranteed. And the only reason I'd want to win Europa League is so that I can guarantee my position in Champions League.
Yeah.
You know? So I think the top 4 is not an issue. I think we will get top 4. Let's use Europa League to give the kids a chance. Let's try and win this Carabao Cup and see what happens in the FA Cup.
Yeah, no, indeed. And you guys, by the way, you play Liverpool next. You know, it's gonna be battle of trash. It's gonna be a mid-table derby, you know, type of shit, you know.
It's trash versus shit. You choose.
But it's gonna be a good game. I mean, I'd win.
Nah.
I'd love to win against a top 6 team. So man.
I'm happy
I'm,
to see this. I'm happy to see this.
the way that our team moves sometimes. It's almost like the same thing that's happened with the Spurs. I wonder if you watch Spurs whenever they play. Spurs, they have this bad habit of only springing into action second half. Spurs first half lethargic, they just slow. It's almost like they don't know what they're doing and whatnot. It's almost like they need to go in the change room for the manager to tell them what's yo, do this, do that. Only then they start performing, and that's what's happening with our team as well. We don't play the full game. Literally, we either outplay our opponent first half, and then second half we get found out, or
Yeah.
we get outplayed first half, and then we come and show up second half, of which that should never be the case. Yeah, when a team like I'm not gonna use Man United, F that. A
Just do
team
it.
like nah.
This guy, why is he
I'd rather use City
Ah, we
or
just beat
Arsenal.
City though. We just beat City though. You United.
Congratulations, you won the league. Then if you beat City,
No.
but let me choose Arsenal.
We said that we beat the
Um,
team. We beat the team that beat you guys 4-0. We're doing you guys a favor. Come on.
well, you did yourself a favor, but because they beat you 6-3, so
Yeah, well, it's
tell me you did me a
it's a
favor.
3 point, but it's three goal difference. So you guys, it's
No, but
three.
you and I have different problems. You are fighting for top 4. I'm fighting to break to top 8. So
This ain't South Africa, bruh. I you get top 8 in England. It's not like you're gonna get top 8, nigga. What the
well, right
hell?
now, anything is better than freaking 10th. Like literally, I'm like, at least let me get top 8. Let me get like literally, let me jump 2 spots. But
Yeah.
yeah, a side is supposed to go in, and from the word go, like the opponent must know, no, I'm playing a team. And that's we're a team of one half. Angazi noma sikhathele, or whatever the manager is telling them doesn't really translate to what they do on the field. It's a weird time to be a Chelsea fan, and it doesn't feel right. It honestly doesn't feel right.
I know, man. You guys to back your team. You have to support them through thick and thin.
No, I'm not choice. So
Yeah.
on Saturday, I was fully kitted out on Saturday. We
Yeah.
even went out to the rugby. I was kitted out, and people were
Yeah.
making fun of my Chelsea jersey. But I was like, I'm supporting my team in public because I
Yeah.
don't have a choice. Ketile. It's one of those.
Likewise, even with me and United, bro, I'd still rock it. Last season, we were getting smashed by everyone. Still, I'd ride for my team. See that what just needs to happen now? We need new owners. You see, that would be amazing if we get especially Arab money. I don't want Americans. We've seen we've got American owners, and you guys have American owners. So we've seen 2 examples. Even Liverpool right now as well. Kwanche, what is that? What is it? Is it FSG? Nah.
FSG, yeah.
Yeah, FSG as well. From a rebuilding standpoint, like Klopp really is a man, and he's not really good at rebuilding as well. Klopp. I mean, even in the past, he struggled to rebuild Mainz. He struggled to rebuild Dortmund, and I'm not sure if this struggle will continue with Liverpool, but I hope it does because I mean, Liverpool are the enemy in my opinion. Out of all the teams, yeah, I just don't like Liverpool, but yeah, man. With your team, I'll just go back to Chelsea, bro. Let's see who's this guy? João Felix. I mean, he's serving it's the 3-match ban, right? Because
Yeah,
yeah, so
it was a
yeah,
straight win.
he's not gonna be there in for against Liverpool, but we will see. And as well, your homie Sway just jumped on. You see Mudrik spinning. Trent come Sunday. Like we're gonna see about Mudrik because Mudrik has got pace for days. That guy can run. That's the only thing I noticed in his game. He's another Mbappe. He's just they need to test these guys. Like I just don't get how a man can be that quick at
with the ball, with the ball on his feet.
bruh. Like, so it's gonna be interesting with how things move forward, because I wanna see how Mudrik plays, because already Ukakpo looks lost in my opinion. In his first two fixtures, man, he doesn't look.
There's a chance that
Yeah,
he had. I think it was a cross that came in. First touch,
yeah,
brilliant. Like his
yeah,
first touch, brilliant. And then his shot ended. It was a tame shot. It's like being Pasela, my 5-year-old. Like
yeah,
literally just passed it to the keeper. Keeper didn't
yeah,
have to dive. He just took the
yeah.
ball. And but he'll come right. He just needs one goal.
I know. Now we'll see. Let's hope he does. Do you think he'll score against you guys though, this weekend?
And but if he scores against us,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm fucked. I hope not. I hope not. I'm hoping
yeah,
to keep a clean sheet. If I keep a clean sheet, it will be 2 games in a row with a clean sheet, and that does wonders for the morale of the defenders, especially the type of keeper that is Nai.
yeah.
Ooh, he plays games too much. I think he needs to go back home. We overpaid. I think we need to cut our losses. I don't know when Umendi is coming back. I'm hoping he comes back sooner than later. Because yeah, our defense just looks all over the place. I think it just starts with the keeper.
Yeah, and of course, Sway. I just wanted to answer Sway's question. We have already spoke about Bruno's goal, and I consider that as an offside.
Yes, Sway, we've got the answer, Sway.
We've got
We've
the
got the
answer.
answer, Sway. It was
Yeah,
offside.
it
You
was
yourself know,
offside.
Sway.
Yeah, I know that one was offside, bro. And hey, man, if the ref wants to place me with the goal, what must I do now? Must I say no? Alright.
Yeah, I say no. Reject the goal.
Ay, ay, hey, not even, not even, just not even. I don't know what else did you guys wanna discuss? Because on my end, I'm not too
You're
sure.
just riding that wave. You are beautiful. You don't want any problems.
You
Yeah,
can't not talk about the form of Rashford.
the Rashford. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember a few years ago that watching him and looking at his progress, thinking we've got a little Mbappe on our hands, and over time I realized how ridiculous that claim was.
yeah,
Especially
It's
last
the
year.
M
Last
it's the
season he was
MPE.
from Rashford to Gashford to
yeah,
had all these things for him, but he's starting to show the kind of player that he was meant to be.
mm,
I'm really liking to see this character that I'm seeing in him, this determination, playing through a little injury, a little knock that he has, shows me um, the old style of determination that you get from players. Like
yeah,
the heritage that you get from those teams. There's no Scholes, no Cantona, no Bani. That's the kind of things that you're seeing in this team that are starting to build up. You play through your injury, you know what you mean to the team. You just have to give it your all, and I'm seeing that for Rashford. He was a bit quiet in the game. He had two clean chances in the first half, and late in the second to get that goal shows that he's just determined, and he's trusting himself that something's gonna happen eventually.
I know, indeed, indeed. Like, we also need to give Benny credit. I did give him on Wednesday, but I'm gonna give him again because wow, like he's really transformed this guy. Like Rashford, like whenever we get an opportunity now, okay, besides the one where he pushed it way too far in the first half, like you have a feeling that this guy's gonna score. And on fantasy, I triple captained him, by the way, Jensen. He got me
Brave.
a young 30 points. A lot of people went for Haaland.
And it's been
Hey,
2 games.
yeah, hopefully he plays against Palace and scores again. Just in there to add on to the score. But I saw everyone was gonna win Haaland. Like most people went Haaland this week.
I went Haaland.
Yeah, a lot, man. I even saw like statistically in general, most people were going Haaland. I was like, you know what, X, let's trust in our boy Rashford. Let's see if he's gonna do it again. And boy, oh boy,
You
he
dropped the
scored
triple
the
captain on him.
yeah, I dropped the triple captain, bro. I was like, I'm gonna drop it, bro. I'm taking a risk, a gamble, and with triple captaincy, as long as the player scores, and he also got bonus points. He got 3 bonus points for scoring the winner. So I
So
was, I was happy, and and proud. Yeah,
I'm sharing my screen. The X just showed.
yeah. Let's check.
Laugh, cry with me.
Sihle, when I don't trust you, dog. March, yo,
Yeah, Benjin, dog.
oh, and March. Hey, this guy is also another guy who's solid. Eh, we don't talk
We didn't
about him.
talk about it. Yeah, we didn't talk about
Yeah.
it.
Don't you have?
In
Aren't
fact,
there any other players that haven't played, or has everyone played in
so
your team?
everyone has played. It was a toss-up between Wilson and March. I gave Wilson a chance against Fulham.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and at least he got an assist. So it's just 19 is a lot, bruh, to be on
It's
the
a
bench.
shitload. Dog.
19 and fit too. It takes you, but a lot of people don't have Omar. So, oh my
So
goodness.
yeah. Anyway, that as I was saying, to cry with me.
Shit, man, that's yo.
And now we've just found Verhost. What's his name?
Yeah, Verghorst. Yeah, Verghorst. Yeah, Ubano.
Do you
Verghorst.
start him? Do you start him against Arsenal or do you start him against Palace?
Playing
Uh,
against playing thingy against Palace.
Palace. Like the thing is that
Start.
yeah, I think we can, because he does have link up play that Martial has. It's just Martial now. We're not sure if he's okay or not, because he also had a knock. And hey, Martial, man, he's going out bad. He's going out like Wenger, bruh. Like,
And he's been given
you know,
opportunities.
it's like it's injuries, bro. And the best, and to me, if you're not a player that's gonna be available, then what's the point of you being in the team? So Martial, I'm beginning to lose, and Sitle knows I defend Martial all the time, and
You're a
just
firm believer. You're a firm
yeah,
believer in him, and
I,
I told
I
you,
am.
he is bad. He stinks up the place right now.
No, man, he
He's
hasn't
got
stink
more
up.
downs. He's got more downs than ups.
It's just he's injury prone. That's the thing. He's lost his
It's up. It's up.
explosiveness.
Yeah, it's up away is stronger than Martial.
Yeah. I know, but I'd start with Verghost. I think Verghost is the sort of striker that he plays within the box. He's that sort of striker that is like a Giroud.
And then what then
And he's
happens is it defense have to always make sure that there's a
Yeah.
player marking him in the box. What then
Yeah.
that means is that the team, the defending team has to always sit like right at the back. Gives you a chance. It gives you Anthony a chance to attack. Shit as he is, it gives literally Rashford thingy. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'd start him. I'd take the gamble.
I'd
And
also
save your best for Arsenal, because I think
Yeah,
that when
and
if you
Yeah.
an Arsenal win is a statement win for you guys right now.
that one, man. Hey, Sihle, man. Like, yo, if we get 9 points, bro, like, yo, I'll be in disbelief.
I mean, mentioning Shirley Arsenal mindando ngaba happy njani, because
Yeah.
they hala now, they talk
Yeah,
too
hey,
much.
yeah. They also need to calm down, because they in the past they've been in
No, but I
position.
think it's the hope that gets you. And right now they up there. They've got hope and
Yeah.
faith. They've got this, and it just takes 2 games, and it literally levels everything out.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Not that I'm saying, not that I'm wishing bad on the Arsenal. I just their fans are talking too much. They know themselves.
Yeah, and then I think let's just wanted us to also answer this one by Sway. What again? I knocked to Rashford, but Man United need to go for Osimhen. Yeah, you see Osimhen even against Juve. I'm not sure if you guys saw that game where Napoli won 5-1. Yo,
I
I
saw
know
the highlight.
Osimhen. Yeah, even that guy, man, the guy who weighs number 77. What is his name? Cavatalia or something. That Talia at the end. That's what it rhymes with. But yo, I know he's a problem.
I know.
This was-
By Shagab Nandi Juve. I watched the highlights. I decided F this. I'm gonna watch the extended highlights. Watch
Yeah,
the extended highlights. I know about Shagab Nandi.
I know Napoli now, but they're moving like Arsenal. They also might just win the title. I think they will because Juve was second, and now they've just further extended
Yeah,
um, the gap. So it's also interesting what's happening in Italy as well. You know, Napoli haven't won the title since the Diego Maradona. So that's a while back compared to it. They're in a very good position to do so. So yeah, you know, it's interesting times, Jens. It's interesting times. And then also this question from Sway. I
El,
didn't
El,
watch this
El, El,
game.
El El Clasico is not the same, Sway.
It's
That's the
not.
answer for you. El
Yeah,
Clasico is not the same. It's kids versus adults now.
yeah. It's no longer the same. Like there's something about even with that La Liga, man. It doesn't have that thing that it used to have when CR and Messi were there. You know,
Ah, so
that's why
so
Super League. That's why
the
they
the La-
play Super League so much. The various directors and presidents of the top teams, they really want Super League because they can see from a revenue standpoint
they lose.
things
Yeah,
are no longer the same. Yeah,
yeah. It's the same thing as I don't know if you guys saw that article where the French FA, I don't know whether it's the spokesperson or president, went and said, "Would see the business model, yeah, EPL is not sustainable." I don't know if you guys saw that.
and I didn't see that one.
It's they're talking crap because what they
Yeah,
want is the Super League that everyone
yeah,
is touting to, like, yo, this is going to be good for thingy for everyone concerned. But they're not saying what it's going to help inject a lot
yeah,
of much needed revenue for these thingies for these FAs.
yeah. Look at Juve now, but they pulling a Stein off, accounting irregularities and shit. Like they also, bro. They also hit the bad, bruh. And so that's why they want Super League.
No,
Lorenzo
the
Brown.
the world missed this X. I think Man United need to win some more. The
Yeah.
world missed this X. You're not stressed. You're dropping bars. You
No,
just
but
you're
yeah,
radiating this energy, this positive energy.
no, but guys, you
Ah,
are
yabona
pulling.
uTenag. We must phone
No.
uBenny sithi, my boy is in the 18 area. You in the zone, my guy.
Man, they're pulling a style off Juve. And I mean, that's my Italian team. I've got 3 Juve jerseys, bruh. I have a CR7 one that I will never wear. That one, there's something about that jersey, man. It's the material, bruh. It's different, bruh. It's as if that's the jersey that they wear. You know, that one I put it away. Like my brother-in-law got it from me, you know, from the stadium. Then I've got a Marquisio one, and then I've also got a Andre Pirlo one. You know, so I'm like, yeah, I got my Juve jerseys. It's just they disappoint me now because they '06. I mean, '06 is not too long ago. I
Yeah,
mean, they went through this thing where they suffered for many
They
years
should
to
have learned. Yeah.
should have
they
learned.
should have learned. And now our Nedved, who is one of my favorite Juve players of all time, now mind you, they're pulling a Stein off, you know, fixing books and stuff, thinking that they're not gonna get caught. That's the reason why they want the Super League. And it's
Yeah,
these
Yeah.
teams that are outside
Mhm.
of England that keep saying Super League will happen. Tina
they're not
Skrani
making the
fantasies.
same kind of
We
money.
love our
No,
fantasy.
I think most teams that are in EPL, they got burnt when they
Yeah,
signed up for this Super League. The fans spoke their mind and said, "Nah,
yeah,
f this," and a
yeah,
lot of them, Daniel Vutandimal, we all know that.
yeah,
He was one of the first to back out of the Super League deal. So that in
yeah.
itself tells you, they can see, no, we're not gonna go that route.
Yeah, I know that's true. Like that is true, man. And and surprisingly, it's not German teams. German teams are very chill. They're very content with their league. They stadiums stay. Yeah, the fans stay coming to their games. And as well, I think fans have like 51% stake.
In
Um,
the different clubs.
in yeah, like the fans. There's a team. I think it's Stuttgart, if I'm not mistaken. Like the stadium was even funded by the fans. There's this other channel I watch. It's some guy. He basically shows chat. He shows different stadiums all over the world. Like he'd show maybe Premier League and like talk about each and every stadium and how it was built and everything. So when
I
I
wish.
watched the Germany edition, he actually broke it down that the fans actually play a huge role in building these stadiums. And Germany, even in the second division, in the first division, they teams like Hamburg. Hamburg Stadium is got a retractable roof, bro, and it's in the first division, which is crazy, bro. And even Schalke. Remember Schalke, how powerful they used to be. Now, but they're now in the first division, bro.
Who's Bradley Cannell? Bradley Cannell used to play for Schalke.
Yeah. Even Neuer. Schalke used to play Champions League. They used to play Champions League. Now they're in the first division. They got relegated as well. Werder Bremen is another one. Stadium is world class, but when it's in the first division, you like, man, these stadiums are fly to be in the first division.
I wish Chiefs gives us that option of buying 51% of the club.
Nah. And then you guys could get rid of Arthur, nah. Because it seems like there's a video I want to play.
I don't even bother. I think that's the best thing one can do for themselves, just not bother anymore. Eh?
Yeah. Let me see if I have this video.
Fine.
Yeah, let me share. In closing. Yeah. I teams letter.
You must be scared. You must be scared when a nigga laughs at his own joke before cracking the joke. He's been laughing at this the whole time, and I know for a fact, is it the midget one?
Nah.
Training session, Naturna.
Physically, this is what we're looking for.
You see,
quality of
Little
actions,
land.
repetition of the actions, and the rest in between the actions. So what we're trying to gauge for today's session is where is our 0 point? How do we gauge 0 points? X will represent quality of action. So the bigger the action, is bigger the X. So this action means maybe there's a dribble. If it's a small action, maybe it's a 2-meter pass. If it's a bigger action, maybe it's a dribble plus a pass, or a dribble pass could be the shot. So then you'll start to see it. And
see, Rolani is
Orlando is confusing Andile Jali. Andile Jali, if you zoom in, he's lost.
Can't believe it.
I believe it, not believe it.
Yeah, no.
It's a joke.
I know, it really is. It really is. I know, guys. I don't know if you have anything else to add.
Nah. It was a good weekend. I didn't lose.
Yeah,
I'm at that point. Now.
You lost it. Oh, you don't count Chiefs anymore.
Hey,
I mean, Pirates also. There were 4 goals in Pirates game, by the way. Just the same as Chiefs. It's just Pirates win it 3-1. They didn't lose.
Yeah, no, let's call it a day, gents.
But-
X in Fanda.
Yo, guys. Sorry?
You on your case today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's on fire. He's feeling himself. It's like Beyonce. He's feeling himself today.
Yeah. But anyway, Tulani P, thank you so much,
Sure.
man. Like, it was so good to meet you and have a discussion with you.
Thanks, brother. Likewise. To the next one.
Yeah. But if you want to feature more, man, you're more than welcome. I even told Sihle, it's all about building. I'm just trying to build a community where we just all, give our viewpoints. And I mean, our 9 to 5s are already stressful enough. So this is just a place for us, to relax and,
The 9 to 5 is stressful. The ESCOM schedule is even more stressful. So
it's even stressful. I want to see it like it's to open his beer, Yeah, like It's a key, pala. It's a party.
Sure.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Help a brother out. This is Tweezy Sport, and we out. I'm not gonna do the peace sign because he achieves the peace sign.